I wanted to do this little video for all of my fellow F-150 people in the group. I've done one of these videos before on how to fill a system from the bottom up. Foolproof way of not getting airbound, no burping, no running it and burping and all that. You just fill it, cap it, and you go. I first learned to do this back in the late 80s, early 90s. I was a mechanic at a European automotive shop. And back in the 80s and 90s, all the German cars, you had to fill them this way. There was no other way. They would get airlock every time. And then later on, the Japanese cars, like the Toyota 4Runners, they came out with the reverse circulation systems where the thermostat was way down here. And they were a reverse system, so you had to fill them from the bottom up. So I've been doing this for 35 years at least. So once American cars came out with this, I do everything from the bottom up now. If I'm working on power sports, motorcycles that are liquid cooled engines, everything I work on that's liquid cooled gets filled from the bottom up now. So basically what we're doing is pulling this upper hose off of the thermostat housing. I'm going to fill it here. It's going to fill the radiator, and of course the radiator is going to fill from the bottom up, pushing all the air out. The bottom hose, of course, is down here. It goes into the block way down low. So everything that I'm pouring in here settles to the bottom of the radiator, and it starts rising up. It'll rise up in the block, expelling air here and expelling air here. And some of it expels there. The catch is, if you're doing a thermostat, it's always better to do it with this off, because you can go a little faster. I'm going to have to go slow because the little air hole in the thermostat has to have time to let the air seep out. So it's a little slower process, but I'm going to show you real quick how it's done. And I think all of you gearheads probably already got it. Y'all already understand just by the explanation. But like I said, with the thermostat in, I just go slow. I could pull the thermostat out, but damn it, sometimes you do things that's not 100% necessary and you end up opening a whole nother can of worms. Plus they have that power steering pump reservoir bracket overlapping the thermostat housing, and I've just replaced the thermostat. I just don't want to crack it open again. So I'm just going to slowly fill this. Sometimes after I fill a little bit, I'll take a break. I can put the hose up to my ear and hear that gurgle. That's it pushing air out now. The catch is you just go slow, take your time, because it gives it time to push that air out. And as you're filling it here, and it's filling here and the block from the bottom up, you can hear it gurgling again. Eventually you'll see it start rising in your reservoir over there. That's when you know you're getting close to being finished. So I'm just going to keep on filling this. And okay, we have coolant just starting to come out that housing, so I'm going to put a little more. When it starts to flow out and when it starts to want to make me a mess, I'm going to sock this hose on. But as I'm filling it, you can tell there's no more gurgling. So it's pushed the air out the thermostat housing, and it's pushed the air out over here at the reservoir, and you can see now the reservoir is pretty much full. It's right at the full line. So I'm going to go ahead and keep putting it in here until it starts to try to make me a mess right there. My camera may not be getting it good because the sun is coming in on me. Okay, it's fixing to make a mess. I'm going to stop. Sock this on. You know, these clamps are so easy to get to, but What I'd like to do, in case nobody has experienced this, when you have to deal with clamps in really tight areas, they have a pretty nifty tool that I've had for a long time. So those two dogs just catch the clamp, squeeze it down, make sure they get caught on there like that, and then you can just squeeze this down and it locks, so you can fight with the clamp. Then you just unlock it, slowly release it. I'm funny, I like to put the clamps right back where the impression is. So now this is pretty much the end of the process. If you look in here, I'm going to get my light off my head. You can see that that is pretty much, let's see, almost to the full level. So that's pretty much it. I could cap this, put it together, cap it, and just take off. Like, there's no running and burping, but I do like to run it and then let it cool and then double check it. When I pre-mixed my coolant, I had a little bit left here of straight stuff. Instead of having this jug laying around, I can put this little bit of straight right there so I can get rid of this. So that's it. And like I said, this is a foolproof method. There's no worries, guaranteed. This thing will not be airbound. 100% guarantee. Okay, I cut the camera, but I've been holding it at a high idle for about 5 minutes now, and it was already warmed up when I started. My temp gauge was probably really close to being at the halfway mark, so I really don't need to, hold it that long. So let's go take a look at where that coolant's sitting now, and it's in the same spot. I can see it swirling around, so everything's good. After one good drive cycle, and it cools down, like tomorrow morning I'll check it one more time, but it's always full. Never really have to worry about it when you fill them that way.